Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video I'm going to be looking at my team and going into the Blank Gameweek 36. Now I did say that I was thinking to create a deadline stream, but I will be busy this afternoon. So I thought, you know what, let me create a video instead so you guys can see exactly what I'm thinking to do. Anyways, so let's have a quick look at Game Week 35. I actually got 110 points. I made 2 free transfers and that wasn't enough to turn the red arrow to green. But it was a small red arrow, so from like 34,000 or 35,000 to 40k. So it's not too bad, but it's a little bit disappointing the fact that I got over 100 points but still got a red arrow. So this was my team. Fernandez there as my captain. Salah bringing the points. Jota as well. Trent. These were the last kind of like remaining players that I had. Rudiger did not play. Mason Mount played but did not return. So that was that for game week 35. So we're going to move on to the blank game week 36. Now, I spoke to you guys about some of my transfers. I looked at like stats and what I'm thinking to do. Now, as you can see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players for this game week. Now, it's between Salah or Son as my captain for this game week. Now, this captain situation is actually quite difficult to kind of pick from. Salah and Son, both players can do really well, but my original plan, you know, from Game Week 31 was to basically captain a Tottenham player against Wolves. And I might just change it like this, put it on Son. You know, he's going to be a differential captain option for me. I think a lot of people will go for Salah and Kane. And yeah, I'm just going to stick with this plan. So that's the decision there. And the other one is basically I'm going to go and take a -4 point hit. So one of the transfers that I had in mind was to remove Iheanacho to Calvert-Lewin. Everton has got a fantastic home fixture against Sheffield United and I want a player in that fixture. Plus they got a home fixture as well against Wolves, which might be a fantastic opportunity for them to do well when the fans are back into the stadium. So that's the kind of the thinking that I have. That leads to my other transfer. I'm thinking to remove Mason Mount, and there are a couple of players that I have in mind. I'm looking at the Manchester City lineup and I'm trying my best to kind of predict who's going to play. And that is one of the hardest things to do. I'm looking at Mahrez, I'm looking at Foden. Foden is cheaper and you know, he played 20 minutes in the last game, so I'm thinking like maybe just taking a risk and going for one Manchester City kind of cover, just kind of predict it. And you know, if it goes well, if one of my players actually starts, then that is a high chance for my player to actually get a return. I know it's a little bit of a risk, but sometimes you need to take a little bit of a risk at this stage to kind of gain the rank that you want to get to. The other player that I had in mind was to bring in Rafinha, but I think it might be too soon for him to start and play up to about 60 minutes, so I'm not too sure. And the other player that I had in mind is Ward-Prowse. So those were my options. I mean, I can go for anyone else, but I'm thinking to go with Foden. It's just cheaper, and plus I'll have a fantastic team next week as well still, so I don't know. That's what I'm thinking to do. So let's just have a quick look. So if we remove the 2 players that I'm thinking to remove and bring in Calvert-Lewin, that is 7.6. And Foden, where is Foden? I think it's a little bit down here. There we go. He's a 6 million player and he is 8.7% owned. As you can see, 7 goals, 8 assists. He played 20 minutes in the last game. There is a good chance for him to start against Newcastle, but I'm going to just basically hold my transfer until the end. Just want to try something a little bit different. Not many FPL managers are looking at, and that's how I actually will gain those extra ranks if it pays off. However, saying that, I don't really need to, you know, take a hit. I don't really need to go out too much and try to, like, basically, I don't need to risk too many things because I already have like players like Chris Wood that is 4.1%. You know, he is a massive differential. I mean, Loughton there, 2.3. I'm not really expecting Burnley to keep a clean sheet, but you know, Reguilon is a differential, and my captain now is a differential. Pickford, Jota still Watkins a little bit, but I have a lot of differentials here. So, and you know, looking at this blank game, I feel like I have covered most players except for I don't have Harry Kane. Oh, actually, and Antonio or Lingard. I'm just gonna hope they blank, but I don't think they will. But you know, I'm looking to bring in Antonio in Game Week 37 by removing Watkins to Antonio, so like a straight swap. So these are the transfer thoughts that I have, and I do want to keep Fernandes and Shaw because you know fans are back. They got home fixture against Fulham. They must play their best players. So I'm thinking to keep Fernandes and Shaw and just captain Fernandes in Game Week 37. So that is my transfer thoughts. That is what I'm thinking to do. Now I am just going to read a lot of things, look at the press conference again and again, look at Twitter. You know, any kind of news that I find out that Foden starts, I am going to go ahead and bring him into my team. If I find out that he's not starting, then I might just go for Ward-Prowse because they got a home fixture against Fulham. And I think the next fixture is against Leeds. So that is what I'm thinking to do. I know it's not the best transfer in the world, but I want to prepare for the next couple of game weeks anyway. And I think it could be okay. You know, with Danny Ings coming back to Southampton, we might see a lot of goals from them. So that's my idea. That's my thoughts. I know it's not on everyone's radar, but you know, I'm around 40,000 in the world right now, which is very good considering where I was. Difficult season as well. I'm quite happy that I'm around this rank right now. I would love to stay inside 50k. If I can get into top 10k, it'll be fantastic. But that's going to be quite difficult. I think it's around 53 points. I'm behind top 10k, so you know I need some differentials to kick in now to get closer to it before Game Week 38. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna wait until the deadline before I make any kind of transfers. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. Hope this has helped you. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and good luck in your game week. See you guys next time. See ya.